Good morning. My name is Brett Perazzi. Welcome to the Multicultural Youth Conference, and thank you for participating. I'm pretty sure that you have heard a message from our president, Mortensen, at Weber State, and I am the vice president for student affairs. So I get to work with a wide range of students and student leaders and lots of the activities and clubs and things that students all do here at Weber State. So once again, welcome and thank you for being a part of this program. Because I get to work with lots of student leaders over time, I wanted to talk very briefly about a couple of leadership concepts that I think are pretty relevant in talking with the folks who are integrally involved with hosting this program and planning it. They've been talking about how much they enjoy doing this and working with all of you. So think about it for a minute. So, are you currently a leader? And what does that mean? I bet most of you who are attending this program actually are leaders already, whether you're in a formal role or you're simply displaying leadership concepts. Like, are you thinking about taking on a leadership role, or are you practicing the kinds of competencies and skills and abilities that already speak to you in terms of being a leader? For example, knowing yourself, understanding who you are, is really the first step to being a great leader. As a matter of fact, there is a good deal of research that demonstrates we can't be great leaders until we fully know and understand who we are. That includes being ethical and thinking about other people. And this is how you can demonstrate leadership characteristics without being the president of an organization or an officer of a club. You can still be a leader by practicing everyday great habits and thinking about other people. Being humble and sharing and caring about others is all a part of what leadership means today. I have studied leadership from a scholarly perspective for many years. And one of the things that we know is leadership is traditionally a process of sorts where knowing yourself and understanding who you are is the first thing. That is well known in the literature. Also, being able to communicate with another person, so yourself and one other person, basic interpersonal communication. That really leads to how do you then communicate with others more generally and groups and other people in your primarily right now your high school and other people that you know in your sphere, but the final and fourth stage being how do you fit into the bigger picture, not just of your high school and potential college, but of society and the world, and really thinking about these major challenges that we face in the world and how you potentially can be a part of that. So that's kind of the arc that the literature tells us is a development process around leadership that really begins with you. And back to the question I asked initially is how many of you are leaders? And as you think through that, I hope you'll consider lots of what you do in your everyday lives is contributing to leadership and being a leader. The last piece I want to share with you just briefly is that there is also a stream of literature that talks about the ability for people to become great leaders who have overcome significant obstacles in their lives. I learned this early on, long ago, back in the 1990s when I was studying some folk. I'm sure you don't really care that much, but Max Dupree and some of these other folks who do a lot of writing and leadership talk about those who have overcome adversity and individuals who have faced and triumphed over challenges in their lives tend to develop leadership skills that take them places in the future. So if you have or you are currently struggling with issues in your life, be it academic or otherwise, a lot of times the ability for you to rise above that and to conquer that challenge, if you will, actually provides a foundation for you for hopefully your future college career and beyond in terms of knowing who you are, understanding how you can be a part of what society is hoping leadership is all about. These things develop at a relatively early age, and has a lot to do with your ability to be resilient and to overcome life's challenges that we all face. Some people have more challenges than others, and what I'm trying to convey here is that's a potential opportunity for each of us each time that happens to us. So, thank you once again. Welcome to the Multicultural Youth Leadership. Again, my name is Brett. I hope to be able to see you throughout the day and over time. Take good care. Bye bye.
Good morning. How's everybody doing today? It is such an honor and a privilege to be here with you today, even though it's virtual and this is a recording, but still, I want you to feel welcome here at Weaver State. My name is Enrique Romo, and I'm the Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs over Access and Diversity. And welcome to Weaver State. Welcome home. This is your university. This year's conference theme is Grow Through What You Go Through. And that is exactly what we want you to do. We want you to use your experiences, your background, your uniqueness, your curiosity to understand more of who you are and what makes you you, right? We want you to look back at the challenges that you might have gone through that have gotten you to this point today. Think of the sacrifices that your families have gone through, and also how they push you to get you here where you are today. I wanted to share with you a little experience, actually not a little experience, a huge experience that happened to me that totally changed the direction of my life and has allowed me to be here in front of you today at this level, helping still community grow. I remember when my family moved back to the United States from Mexico when I was a senior in high school. It was my first day of classes in the US. And it was exciting and it was new, but I was also worried because I did not speak the language and I didn't know how I was going to be able to perform, right? So I remember I came into the classroom and I found a place to sit closer to the front of the room. And I watched the teacher come in and he said hi to everyone and he started doing roll calling, right? So he was calling everybody's names. So I was observing what people were doing once their names were called. So some students were saying here, others raised their hands, others said present. So I go, okay, I could do one of those three. So when he called my name, I kind of raised my hand and I said here. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm good. This is just the end of it. I just need to sit through this and everything will be fine. Of course, as luck would have it, that wasn't in the cards for me that day. So the teacher called on me and I did not know what to do. So the first thing that I did though was what came natural for me. Back in Mexico, we were taught that if anyone in the classroom asked you a question, you were supposed to get up and address everyone in the classroom. So that's what I did. So people were kind of looking at me. So why is he standing up and why is he not saying anything? So the teacher asked me the question, right? Because I could tell it was a question because of the inflection on his voice. And I was just looking at him and I did not know what he was asking me. So he asked the question again. And I remember that I just stood there in front of everyone and I took a deep breath and I said, no. And then everyone started laughing around me, but nobody like really tried to help me out. And so he was kind of baffled a little bit too, right? Like, what's going on? So why is he not saying anything? So I think he finally caught on to what was happening. So he motioned for me to sit down. And as I was sitting down, I remember I was feeling alone, invisible, like I didn't matter, right? Like I didn't have a voice. And that was a strange and challenging thing for me to go through. So as I remember, as I was sitting down that day, I made a decision to learn as much as I could and to help others who may need help or kind of a helping hand, right? So that they would never feel the way that I did that day. And for them to know that there are options, that there are caring people everywhere who will step up if you ask, right? So just like me, I want you to use the experiences that you've gone through to help you kind of use that as a way to motivate you and push you in a direction that would help you determine your own definition of success. I want, as you kind of go through the sessions today, I would encourage you to reflect on what you want to do, to start planning what your next steps will be, and of course, to consider Weber State as your university of choice. We have all kinds of programs here, a lot of degrees, and plenty of resources. And we also have the people who will help you succeed and realize all your dreams. So I want you to know that I believe in you, your abilities to lead, your abilities to succeed, your determination to be the best person that you can be. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, be silly, laugh at yourself. Just do you. But when people around you tell you you can't do certain things, you get up and you show them and tell them how it's done. There's this Mexican saying that goes something like, they try to bury us, but they did not know we were seeds. So now think about that as you use all of your experiences to help you break through all the different challenges and the perceptions that people may have about you. So you show them that you are legit and that you are strong and capable of using those experiences that have shaped you into the person you are destined to become. So please have a great time today. Enjoy your day. We look forward to having you here on campus, hopefully in the very near future, but more so than that, I want you to consider Weber State as an option for you because we'll be here waiting for you. So hurry soon, come to Weber State and be a Wildcat because we're here for you and we know this is the right place for you. Thank you and have a good day.